It worked this time.
Hey,
We are live.
hello.
Well, welcome to Vanessa, who I definitely see in the chat, and anybody else who is here. My name is Elizabeth. I am one of the co-hosts of the Galactic-Thon Readathon and captain of Team AI. And I have Lisa here with me today for sprints, and we've got a few more folks who will probably be joining us through the night. So, Lisa, who are you repping? What are you reading?
I am here for Team Pirate, and I just started a book called Sacrifice by Miranda Bridges, which is it's of course a romance, but it's like a gladiator ring kind of romance where they're like
Fun.
captives and they have to escape. So,
Definitely different from the political drama that you
yeah,
just finished.
needed a change. It's not my jam, but and what are you reading?
I'm still reading Red Rising, and I'm vibing with it, but I'm not finding myself picking it up.
Hmm.
So I'm not fully sold on it. So I have stacks of other things because this is my prompt 4 prompts, you sexy thing, which is a morally great character for my team. And then I have Dark Matter because Mo was talking about it in our host chat. And it seemed
Nice.
appropriate. So I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to decide.
I mean, I'm drawn to a book that has the word cat on it, so
Yeah, and it's a duology.
I don't know anything about about either of them otherwise though.
Yeah. No, I literally picked this up at the bookstore because the title amused me.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be like a found family fun vibe. But I literally know nothing.
I
Like Jones
read
would know. So
a book called what was it called? Now I can't remember. Calamity, that's what it was called, by Constance Fay. And she's like I don't know, she's like goes on quests for people and gets stuff for them. And she's kind of an outlaw, like she's been kind of rejected by then the societies are like there's like powerful families who run everything, so she's been kind of outcast from those. She was part of one at one point, and so and then she gets kind of matched up with the son of one of the powerful families because they're like teaming up to do this quest, and then ridiculousness ensues. It was a lot of fun.
oh, you gotta have ridiculousness. I assume that this is
Yeah.
gonna have some ridiculousness. But last month I read The Chilling Effect, which was covered in cats and astronaut suits, and it looked like it was going to be like Wayfarers, but with psychic cats involved, and it was bitterly disappointing. I was really expecting a 5-star, and I got a 3. I'm not going
Aw,
to finish that series.
that's a bummer.
So let's say hi to Vanessa, who
Hello.
is editing a video. Vanessa, does this video involve another rap? Because that's really what I'm here for right now with your content. What's everybody reading? Yes, we had technical difficulties because apparently StreamYard is wonky tonight. I got a please try again in 30 seconds when we tried to go live the first time. I've never seen it before. Hello. What are you reading tonight? Vanessa's obviously repping Space Pirates.
Yeah.
Thought Red Rising started off as a 5, but went downhill. Interesting. I've really been put off of reading it for a long time because everybody described it as Hunger Games in space, and that didn't attract me. But I've been told that that's only the first book and it will get better.
Yeah. I don't remember a lot about it. I know I read 2 and 3. I don't remember them. But
Oh, yeah, you didn't enjoy it, did you? I think you
I,
said.
I, I don't know that I didn't enjoy it. I don't remember it. It was not memorable to me. So I clearly I didn't vibe with it, but I would remember if I didn't like it too. So I must not have had strong feelings either way. But
Yeah, sounds like
yeah.
very solid 3 energy.
Yeah, probably. And there's just so many people to keep track of, and I just didn't have the energy for that.
Yeah, I just got to one person dying, so I was like, well, I guess I don't have to worry about that character anymore.
Yeah. Hopefully you weren't attached.
No, still early days. I'm not that far. It's like I said, I keep not picking it up, so I'm only chapter 9.
Yeah, I liked Red Rising. And I've read it twice, but then I
Oh,
can't bring myself to keep reading it or reading the series, so
and
I
I
just peeked
it's
out.
yeah, and it seems like the most recent ones are just aggressively emotional,
Yeah.
which sometimes doesn't sound like a great time. Sometimes it does. Sometimes I would really like a book to make me cry so that I don't have to cry about my own life. I'd rather cry about fiction
Yeah.
than anything
It
happening in
gives
the
you an
book.
outlet for it.
Yeah, I can have those emotions, but I don't have to think about the fact that I should probably process them for myself.
Yeah. Don't make me feel my feelings.
Yeah, no. Ugh. Those are to be put in a little box. Ah, yeah, I haven't filmed a wrap up all year. It's a problem. I got big
I
stack
don't
of
film
books.
anything, so you're ahead of me. It's a need
It's been
that.
a wild year. I'm very inconsistent, Lisa.
You have life, so you got other stuff going on sometimes.
Did not see it as Hunger Games in Space, but Powerless by Lauren Roberts was more Hunger Games than Red Rising. I don't think I've even heard of Powerless. Or if I have, I thought, that's not for me, and immediately pushed it right out of my brain.
I read it. It was fine. I wouldn't not recommend it to people. I wouldn't recommend it to people.
I like that
I
we've
can read
really
a
hit
Hunger
on
Games
your meh
comparison.
vein.
Yeah, I read a lot of books that I feel mediocre about. Apparently,
And
that's
we're
my
we're
vibe.
finding all of them.
Yep.
4 stars for Red Rising. Vanessa would like to know what else is on your TBR for the readathon.
I wish I could say I had a small list of things that was on my TBR, but I have a huge list of things, and I just keep typing the titles into my random spinner and making the fates decide for me.
Oh,
That's
that's
what I
fun.
do. Yeah.
That's super fun. So, what are some of the things that the spinner could give you?
So, let's see. I think I might read Taken by the Alien Next Door by Tiffany Roberts for first contact. She finds out her neighbor is an alien and he's super hot and he like ties her up to a bed and like, tries to have his
Yeah,
way with her. So that sounds fun. And
that does sound
then
fun.
yeah, I don't know. For 5-star prediction, I love sci-fi romances, but they're rarely 5-star reads for me. They're just very like fun and like they're comfortable. I kind of know what's going to happen,
Like
but
popcorn.
yeah. So for me, 5-star read is a 5-star prediction. I'm struggling with because I just don't know. But I don't know. I haven't
Yeah, I
decided
was
on that
hoping
one.
to do Ghost Station for my 5 star prediction because I've been excited about this for a year. But it's one, so Emily from My Chaotic Shelves, and I with our friend Sam from Love Sam do a buddy read on a sci-fi once a month. And it was supposed to be our buddy read last month, but Sam's in England and it didn't come out until this month in England. So we waited. And now the place where he purchased it never got their shipment of Ghost Station. So they can't send it to him.
Oh, geez.
So I don't
So
know when we're going to get to read it.
I feel like I've been hearing about that one.
I really enjoyed our first one. I like a good sci fi horror.
I think I
Uh,
could like a sci-fi horror, but I think I'd have to be in the right mood for it.
yeah. I really enjoyed the one I just finished for the third prompt because I read Andromeda Strain by Michael Crichton, which was written about an alien virus decimating a small town in 1969. Um, and it was really fun. And Michael Crichton always has a way of using really heavy science but explained in such a way that makes me feel like I'm smarter than I am.
I feel like that's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
Anyone should be able to read that and leave feeling smarter than they were.
Yeah. Well, it's not that I feel like I learned anything. It just, I felt like I understood it. So I felt like I was smarter than I actually am.
Yeah.
I
But
shouldn't
still,
understand that. I'm not a science brain.
still, that's a what I think that makes it more approachable to everyone too. I
And
tend
that's
to
why
have
I
the
think his
opposite
books always sold so
problem.
well.
I tend to have the opposite problem in that I know enough that like if somebody explains something in a weird or incomplete way, then I'm just like, well, how does that work then?
Where's the
And I
rest of
just
that?
yeah, I just can't like suspend my disbelief enough sometimes, and that
Fair.
can ruin my enjoyment.
That's absolutely fair.
It's not to say that I'm, smart about it. Just I know enough, just enough to get myself in trouble with
It's
that.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Just enough to be dangerous. There is always that point where you can't suspend disbelief anymore, no matter what you're reading. It's like, bridge too far.
Yeah.
Can't cross it.
Yeah.
Um, my favorite story is that my mom and I both had the exact same moment of this is too far. I can't suspend my disbelief anymore with the same series in the exact same place, like 30 years apart from each other.
Wow.
Maybe more like 20 years apart from each other. Yeah.
That's funny. It was in the same
But then
spot.
the third book of Dune, we both got to the same part and we're like, nope, done.
Yeah. That's another
I
book
left
that I read.
mine in a terminal and boarded a plane and left it there to rot.
Someone will find this and love it. It's just not me.
Can't do it. I'm done here. Thank you.
If someone's really desperate for a book on a plane, then they
He's
found one.
enjoyed the third book in a series that won't
Yeah.
end because his son continues to write in the same series.
I can't imagine that you could jump into the third book of that series and know anything about what's going on. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so lost. Yes, YouTube is for funsies, not for consistencies.
Mhm.
I don't read a lot of fantasy romance, Vanessa. I just don't read a ton of fantasy though. That's why I'm never reading the faux book for the Ruby's Patreon. The Vampires of El Norte. It's a library book due back soon. Well, I hope you enjoy it. That one was making the rounds at the end of last year. I feel like everybody was talking about it.
It sounds fun. I like a vampire book.
Ding dong. Vanessa's going to meet Tiffany Roberts next year.
Ooh.
I'm trying to finish up Fangirl Down tonight and then plan to pick up The Last Murder at the End of the World. Is that the one, the Paul Tremblay one? Vanessa, the one
What?
that they made that Dave Bautista movie about?
Uh,
No. The Last Murder at the End of the World is a new one. Oh crap, what's that author's name? I almost picked up the ARC for it. I've heard really good things. Eric from Break Even Books really loved it. I hope you enjoy it, Vanessa.
are you liking
Okay.
Fangirl Down? Because that's what I want to know.
Oh yeah, Vanessa, do tell. I know nothing about it.
It's a Tessa Bailey book with a golfer who's like down on his luck and struggling, and he's about to like kind of give up on his career, and then this like diehard fan who just like will not give up on him becomes his caddy, and she's very grumpy sunshine, and she helps him save his career, and they fall in love. It's very
Some grumpy
cute.
sunshine. She's saying she's feeling a bit too starry. Or 3 starry.
Yeah, I could see that. Tessa Bailey's another one that I enjoy, and I think her books are fun and funny, but they're rarely 5-star reads for me. But they're just popcorny and fun.
Yeah, you're not the only one I've heard say that.
Yeah.
That there's kind of a uncertain meh quality. You just reminded me that I do have to read my romance prompt. I have some alien smut books on here.
Ooh.
Honey Phillips as an author, Katie Austin, Nina Croft, Ava Ross. Those are the ones that I've got currently downloaded.
A lot of people
Probably.
love Honey Phillips. It's not my favorite. She's not my
Who?
favorite. Honey Phillips. I've read several books by Honey Phillips and felt like they're just not my favorites. They're fine, but
So don't
just
start
carrying
there.
right along with that whole it's fine motif.
I do think I also have Titan, which is not sci-fi, but it is gargoyle smut, and that is my favorite.
I like Ella Maven. I will recommend Ella Maven with my dying breath. Or Zoe Draven. Zoe Draven's also really good. And their names rhyme.
They do. You should send me some in our little chat, and I will see if I can find any. But I have Titan queued up from Jillian Graves. How many pages are you, Titan? Oh, 302? I could knock this out tonight. Get some points.
I'm going to put The Alien's Ransom in the chat for you.
Yeah.
And it's on Kindle Unlimited, so.
What makes it even better?
Yeah.
So maybe since Red Rising isn't hitting, maybe I'll just read some smut on my Kindle tonight.
That is such a long. I don't think that's going to fit there. I'm going to have to put it. I had to put it in the private chat because it's too long to fit in the public.
It's angry.
Sorry, everyone else.
Sucks to be you. Okay. What are you feeling? For a length?
Time-wise?
Yeah.
I'm fine with whatever. Generally longer is more my jam, but
you want to go for an hour?
I'd be fine with that.
Let's go until the next 45. And I have some lo-fi that I'm going to play in the interim, but feel free to mute us if you do not want music. So, see you guys in a bit. Hello. I don't know what it was about Emily's position in the frame, but your Apple was sending balloons up through your screen.
Oh my gosh. I do it every time. Last time it was fireworks.
It was just every so often the balloons would fly.
That's funny.
How was everyone's sprint?
Well, I joined a little later, but so far so good.
I got a little bit of reading done. I also talked to my brother on the phone.
Yeah, so. It's easy to get distracted. So what are you reading, Emily?
I was in the mood for some mafia romance, so that is what I'm currently reading. It never does me wrong.
I get it. I'm reading gargoyle romance, so.
Interesting.
I blame Catherine.
I was about to say.
Alien romance, so.
It's a romance kind of night.
On theme.
Yeah.
She's closest on theme, though. Lisa's actually reading sci-fi tonight.
Yeah. So, apparently the hero in this is, I'm guessing he's a griffin shifter, but he's like, I don't know, kind of got like features reminiscent. He has wings and stuff, so it's a little unusual. So
does mine. Wings. I made it 20% in.
Wow. How long did y'all sprint for this time around?
An hour.
Okay. That's great. 20% in. I'm too tired to do math, but
yeah, it's about 60 to 70 pages somewhere in there. It goes fast. It starts off with the smut pretty quickly, so that goes quick. No boring plot.
On your Kindle? Okay. I missed that. I was paying attention.
My Wanda pop socket.
Okay, is that from the not Disney, the Marvel show that everyone's like obsessed with? Is that where that's like? I know she's from
WandaVision.
Yeah, WandaVision, but she's been my comfort comic book character for 20 years, so I've been reading her stuff for a long time.
I've heard really good things about WandaVision. I think I made it like 3 episodes in, and I was like, I don't know enough about the Marvel universe to start here.
That's where it starts popping off. Like after episode 3 is where it starts getting crazy.
Yeah.
But it's the best story about a female character that Marvel Cinematic Universe has told.
I love Elizabeth Olsen. I think she's fantastic. I really liked her cast as the Scarlet Witch.
Really good. Episode 7 makes me sob every time.
How many seasons are out now?
Oh, just one.
Okay.
It was a standalone.
Oh, that's it? It was just one?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know. I didn't realize.
Yeah. And then they're doing a spin-off, which the spin-off in itself is a spoiler for where you are in the show.
Okay. Well,
but
I won't ask questions.
But it's really good. And I love her with all of my heart and half of my ass.
Only half?
Yeah, I need the other half for like doing things and sitting and stuff.
So Lisa, I think the last time I asked you said you were like in Mountain Time. Were you in Colorado?
Yeah, I'm in the Denver area.
That's right. How's the weather?
It was like 75 today, sunny
and beautiful.
It rained last night, but this is like the perfect time of year. May is like the best weather. June and July are too hot.
And muggy here.
Yeah, where you are, Elizabeth, it's just hot all year round.
Well, and it wanted to rain today, but it never did, so it was humid in 95. Mm-hmm. Like 95% humidity. I hate it.
Yeah, it's funny here. It'll be like 30% humidity and people will be complaining about it being humid. And I'll be like, no, it's so cute that you think that.
You're so cute. No,
hey there.
Oh my God. No, my husband's dying to move out to Colorado because he's like really outdoorsy. And I'm like, you can go visit. Like I'm not the outdoorsy girl.
You don't have to be, but I miss the water. I used to live by Lake Michigan, and
Oh
there's no
wow.
beaches here, so
Something
I miss
really
that.
restorative about being near water like that.
Yeah. I do think I appreciate it more though when I do get to go to a beach.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the one thing Colorado really doesn't have. They call things lakes out here, but they're more like mud puddles.
Wait, so are you from the Michigan area?
Yeah, I grew up in Michigan.
Oh wow. What a move. Like cross country basically.
Yeah. It's been like 14 years now.
Oh wow. Well, 14 years ago. What a move.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing my town has going for it is I've got maybe an hour and a half to get to a beach.
What's the closest one to you, Elizabeth? Galveston?
No, I'm closer to Port Aransas and Rockport.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't look at a map frequently, so.
And Texas's map is crazy. It's too big.
Have you seen the maps where it's like you can fit like 3 European countries in Texas? Yeah. I always
more than.
Wait.
Depending on which countries you select.
A really big country in Europe. In Europe, you could fit maybe 3 of.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't wrap my brain around that and the size of that.
I think I saw one time that England would fit in Colorado like 8 times or something.
Yeah. Well, just the DFW airport is larger than the island of Manhattan.
That's crazy because there's so many people living on Manhattan or in it.
Isn't Manhattan only like a square mile or something though? It's like tiny. Yeah. They just squeeze a lot of people in there.
That's crazy. I know I'm always on the TikTok where it's like, here's my 100 square foot apartment and it's just really tall. It's like a foot wide and really tall.
You've gotten hit with, I don't know why, but the algorithm started sharing these really unhinged like AI animations of apartment remodels that don't make any sense. Like he saved up and he got this 2 foot by 2 foot apartment and here's how we're going to lay it out so that they can have a bathroom, kitchen, bed, all the things. Or this family had 100 kids. How did they sleep all of them? They're all really weird.
No, I'm not on that part of the algorithm, but I guarantee you my phone heard you.
Yeah.
It will be.
Will be.
That sounds like a Sims 4 challenge.
It does. Only less logical somehow. But when you start getting Eurovision content in your algorithm, Emily, then I'll feel like I've won.
Every time I see something like, oh, I'm going to send it to Elizabeth. I'm like, oh, wait, she already shared it.
I get really invested in Eurovision every year. And this year was so drama filled. So it sucked me in real hard. Extra hard.
Okay, maybe I'm asking you a dumb question, but what's your sweatshirt, Lisa?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, it's historical romance authors.
Oh, duh.
My favorite one's at the bottom, and you can't even read it anymore because it's like worn off. Julie Garwood. She was my favorite. She passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh my gosh.
It's tragic. But yeah.
Freshen her up on the sweatshirt.
You should what?
You need to freshen her name up on the sweatshirt.
Yeah, I just need to get a new one.
Is it screen printed?
I think so. I bought it from somewhere. So, but yeah, it's like flaking off.
Oh, that's when you know it's well loved.
Yeah. And of course her name would be on the bottom, so it's like right where like I sit
removing
stuff. Yeah.
Motion, but
the butt.
Does anybody have anything fun planned for this weekend?
Traveling for work on Sunday, so no.
How long are you going to be gone for?
Till Friday.
Oh man, where are you headed?
I'm going to El Paso.
Okay, get some tacos.
Except I can't eat half of the stuff they
Oh
put in
yeah.
right now. But no, it'll
Oh
be a
my
good time. I haven't been to El Paso since 2009, so I'm looking forward to spending some time out there. But it's going to be long days. I got to load up my Kindle before I go, so I have something to do.
What about
when
you,
I'm
Lisa?
I'm a teacher, so I have 2 years left, or not 2 years, 2 weeks left of the school year. Feels like 2 years. And so
That's
I'm just
exciting.
like, just trying to sleep and
Get
like,
through it. Yeah.
I'm just so tired. And the kids
What,
don't want to do it anymore.
What grade do you teach?
8th grade science.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. So they thought that they should just not have to do anything after May started. And I'm just like, you have a whole month left.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. 8th grade's a fun age where they start to smell, but they don't quite know it yet.
I think most of them have figured it out by 8th grade.
Okay.
6th grade's probably worse for that. I taught 6th
I used to
grade
work at a state history museum, so we would get 4th and 8th grade regularly because those were the 2 years that they taught state history, and both grades smelled equally as awful. So that's my most recent memory.
Oh my God.
They
Yeah.
all smell
Yeah.
equally
That's
awful.
when I had to like start learning to wear deodorant and all that. Yeah.
I wonder if humid places have it's worse. Because like
Yes.
it's very, very dry out here, so
Very much so. Very much
don't
worse.
sweat as much here. Or you don't notice sweating as much.
When I was in middle school, you would like your second period or whatever, you would like go run the mile and then you would have the rest of school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like gross. I could never do that now.
Wompy.
Yeah.
And that's why they carry around their body sprays and stuff. And they're dousing
See, and I'm
themselves
old
in it
enough
all
that we
day.
didn't have the land of body sprays.
No. Yeah,
'Cause I'm old. But and then really the only 3 cents that any boy child in my grade would wear would be Old Spice, which was like a perfume bottle at the time. It wasn't even like an aerosol. It was Old Spice, Aspen, and if you were fancy, if you were one of the rich ranch kids, they wore Cool Water.
Oh my God, the Cool Water. Yes.
A grown man walked into a restaurant on Monday night that I was in, and he was wearing so much Cool Water that it invaded the entirety of the lobby of this restaurant. And I was instantly 15 years old again. Instantly. Drowning in a scent of Cool Water.
They still sell it, well, obviously, because you were in the restaurant. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How long have
the 8th graders will have glass cologne bottles, and they've broken them before in our classrooms. Ooh. So then our classrooms just reek like their cologne for who knows how long.
They still wear Cool Water? I'm curious. The kids these days?
I don't know if I would recognize it if I smelled it, but
you would know it. You would know it.
Maybe.
Very sweet.
I was clueless, so I didn't know.
How long have you been teaching?
7 years.
Killing it. My best friend down in Louisiana, she taught for a little under maybe like 9, and then she applied for like the assistant principal job and got that job. So now she's the assistant principal and got her master's. She's killing it.
Yeah, that's intense. I don't think I'd want to be an administrator.
It takes a very special person for sure. Yeah.
It's all the hard parts about it. You have to have all the hard conversations with kids and families. And yeah,
for sure. And like a lot of the decision making and curriculum decisions, like she's involved in those discussions. And I mean, that is like so her realm. But I'm with you. I'm like, I just kind of want to show up and do my job and go home.
Yeah, I like, getting to be sarcastic with the kids and teach them some science and rib them a little bit and then send them home. That's an ideal day for me. We're going to shoot off rockets in a couple of weeks. That's going to be fun. So I'm looking forward to that.
Have you read, I know you tend to stick more towards romance, Lisa, but have you ever attempted Project Hail Mary?
I've been meaning to. I think I'd like it.
It's quite literally about a high school science teacher.
Yeah, I'll have to. Think I looked for it for this readathon, but I wasn't fast enough, and it was already the hold would have taken too long, and so.
Yeah.
But
It's a very popular book.
Yeah. So I'll definitely get to it.
But yeah, I think you would vibe with it, especially from our conversation earlier about science-heavy sci-fi. His is science forward. Andy Weir always is in a way that gives me the same feeling I get when I read Michael Crichton, where like I feel like I understood it, I feel smarter, I have a good time. It doesn't feel like he dumbed it down for me, but he explained it in a way that my brain was like, "Oh, I get this."
Yeah.
I need to read another Andy Weir because I read Project Hail Mary, and in the ending, I was like, I had to reread it several times. I was like, this is not what's happening. Like,
I cried.
what? You cried? I like threw it. I was like, this is ridiculous. But I don't have any.
So it is definitely much more of a happy ending than you get from other things. But I found overall that his writing in Project Hail Mary was much stronger than The Martian.
Okay.
So I read them in reverse order. And I don't know very many people. I don't know very many people who have said nice things about Artemis. I have not attempted it yet. It's also the only time he's tried to write a female main character, and I think that's part of the reason.
Oh, what an interesting thought. I never like give that much thought, like, oh, it's a male author trying to write a female character. But now that you say that, I'm probably going to notice it a lot. Like, oh, they weren't very developed, and it's probably
sometimes it works. It works really well, but sometimes it's a miss. And I think that having not read it, I can't speak to that exactly, but that might be part of the reason why his 2 male lead books are runaway bestsellers that get optioned, and his female lead languished.
Which sucks, the female lead story.
Well, unless he's just bad at writing a female lead. It's either he's bad at writing a female lead and people couldn't connect with it, or at the time when it came out, his audience was so heavy dude bro, they didn't want to read a female lead. And I don't know which.
Yeah. Have you started, because I know it was on your TBR list, it was what, in the quick? I can't remember.
I read it. It was my first book.
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah. The ending on that one left me going, wait, what? Is that over? Where's the rest of my book?
Okay, I'll have to move it up. I contemplated it for this month, but I feel like my 5 books are solid.
Yeah, I had a really good time with it. I think it's definitely not going to be for everyone, but I think you're going to vibe with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, is that a feeling you want to have at the end of a book? Is that a feeling you want to have at the end of a book?
It was not a feeling I expected to have at the end of the book. I thought the book was going to come to a pretty firm conclusion, and I was surprised when it left me in a place of, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
But it did it in a way that felt true to what was happening. And that has made me like go back and think. Like, I've spent a lot of time trying to plot out what happens next in my own brain, which is always fun. Like, I'm just gonna make up the rest of the story in my head.
So wait, in that same vein, I'm asking the both of you, what's the last book that you read that you were like, wow, that really pleasantly surprised me?
I'm gonna have to look. I don't have a good enough memory.
Honestly, the one I just finished, I just finished Andromeda Strain by Michael Crichton, and I had funny memories of the movie because my science teacher in high school wanted us, when we were talking about infectious disease, we were going to watch Outbreak, which was about Ebola, and it was a recent movie at the time, and so Ebola was in the news. We were all really excited about it. A parent found out about it, and it's rated R movie, so she changed her mind. And she switched it to Andromeda Strain, and I thought it was the silliest thing I had ever seen. This 1971 film about an alien virus that killed an entire town in Arizona. But reading the book, again, Michael Crichton's brilliant, but then rewatching even this 1971 movie, I was really struck with how accurate it was to some of the virology work that is still happening today. I mean, obviously the tech has changed, but a lot of the processes and procedures and thoughts that go through all of that. Because I worked with one of my clients while I was consulting was a biomedical research facility. So I got to work with a lot of infectious disease professionals, and like everything that they would talk about, he was still talking about in this book. So I had such a strange memory of it from my childhood.
Yeah, what a full
But it
circle moment.
was such a like revelatory experience with the book where I was like, okay, this was cheesy here or whatever, but this, especially for the time when he wrote it in 69, would have been cutting edge and was so fascinating. But the answer, Emily, is Ascension.
Yes, you're right.
The answer to your question is Ascension.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I agree with that.
I can answer for you. It was Ascension.
Yes, that one, and the one that I just read for the very first prompt, that I can't remember the name of it. The Lies of the Ajungo. That was everyone needs to read that. That needs to be like assigned reading in 8th grade literature. That's what it was. So good. It was like unexpectedly good. Lisa, did you find one?
So for me, I'm going to say 2. One of them that I was surprised about, I've actually heard good things about, so I shouldn't have been surprised to like it, but I was talking about it earlier, Calamity by Constance Fay. But then I also read Saga as my graphic novel for the readathon, and I was a little worried that I wasn't going to like that, and I actually thought it was surprisingly funny, and like just
it's really good.
The art is really interesting, and I ended up really liking that. So I was pleasantly surprised by that.
Saga's a really good time. Also, just so you know, Lisa, I checked my library because my library often doesn't have holds when others do, to see if Project Hail Mary would be available to you. And hold on, let me tell you the stats on this one. I was
wait
surprised
by like 100 weeks or something.
We have 45 copies at my library, with 174 people waiting in total.
Wow.
So it's an 8-week wait.
Yeah, and that's like, this is not a new book, so that's kind of crazy.
Well, it has been optioned. I'm desperate for them to start filming it because they've already done a lot of casting even.
Oh wow.
And I want to see it. I want to see it come to life so badly. I've read this book twice, and I might reread it again this year.
For sure. Huh? I'll read it before a movie comes out for it, so I don't get spoiled.
I'm hoping that it doesn't die on the vine.
Kat just joined, and she asked what book I was talking about, and I'm looking up the author real quick because I want to give you. So it's called The Lies of the Ajungo by Moses Oze-Utomi, and it's part of a series, and it's like I don't even know what I would call it, like a sci-fi, part fantasy, climate catastrophe novella, but it's got a lot of heavy themes, and I just really think that everyone should read it. It was really fantastic, and it really surprised me.
I love a good sci-fi novella.
Yeah, and it was like I kept wanting to read it, and for how it was only 84 pages, and the world building was really incredible. And it had like very strong characters. I mean, I can't imagine how great it would have been as a full-length novel. Maybe one day he'll write a full-length novel.
I mean, I adored A Master of Jinn, and that was.
I was just about to say that, by P.J. Clark. Oh my god!
Yeah, he came and talked to my book club one day, but it was when I had the sickness back in April that I didn't get to go.
Oh my god! I don't talk to him all the time on Instagram, but I always am tagging him in like when I'm talking about Master of Jinn or Ring Shout or like anything that he's done. He published a YA novel this past year. No, you didn't like it?
I didn't like a Benny song. Because it's middle grade. It's not YA. It is very middle grade. It's
very middle grade.
And that's not a thing that I enjoy.
I totally get that. But he's like always very active, and he like engages a lot on social, which I love. And
He just like came to our little Zoom book club and chatted with them for an hour straight.
That's crazy. Yeah. I can't believe you said Master of Gin because I was literally thinking it after I said The Lives of the Jungle. I was like, I think about Master of Gin all the time.
Because that started out as a bunch of novellas. It
Yeah.
was short stories that then he created this whole beautiful world that felt like The Mummy, but with genies.
I know. Do you know what we're talking about, Lisa, at all?
No, I was just thinking we have very different reading tastes because I've never even heard of this.
So it's called, obviously it's called A Master of Gin, and the main character, Fatima, she is like a private detective almost, but
yeah, she's a paranormal investigator.
Yeah, but it's in like a fantasy world, and it's like 1912 Cairo, Egypt, so very like The Mummy, but sapphic and full of genies and mystery and murder and mayhem. Oh, it's so good. The world's incredible. I'll read anything else.
Every time he releases a new book and it's not a sequel to The Master of Gin, I'm a little upset.
Same. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Mr. Clark?
Sir. Questions.
Give the people what they want.
And I want more of that. Kat, it was Project Hail Mary. So I read it first 2 years ago physically, and then I bought it on Audible because I desperately wanted to hear the audiobook because everybody raves about it, and he won like all the awards for it. And it was definitely worth it, and I still had just as much fun the second time as I had the first time.
So one of my library cards, the shortest wait is 13 weeks for Project Hail Mary. The longest
8
is 17 weeks. There's 56 copies and 457 people are waiting.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's a good book, but I'm never like, I would recommend that to someone.
Oh, I recommend it all the time.
I know, and Sam loves it too, and like everyone that has read it like raves about it, and I definitely love like Ryland, but there was like something missing. Maybe I was just like not in the right headspace. Maybe I should try to read.
Yeah, not all books are for all people. I mean, different people have different. The thing that shocked me about Project Hail Mary is how much Sarah from Sarah's Shelves loved it, because she is not a sci-fi reader. She loved that one so much that iBuddy read The Martian with her, and she had such a bad time with The Martian that I don't think she made it a third of the way through.
Oh no. Yes. Yeah. Kat just said she read it last month. Yeah.
See, thank you, Kat. I also cried in this science forward sci-fi. I was so shocked and angry that I cried.
I don't know. Am I selling it for you, Lisa? Because
I mean, I'm gonna read it at some point. If I don't read the next Brandon Sanderson book in the Mistborn trilogy, though, my husband might divorce me. So I'll have to read that next.
Yeah, that's literally my three-body problem. So I feel you.
I would also like you to read the three-body problem, Emily.
Sam plowed through it. I need to get my butt in gear.
I like had to tell Jayla. She messaged me. She's like, "Is this the time? Is this the time I read Dark Forest?" It's like, I so want you to read it. I want you to have a great time with it. You are trying to be competitive in a readathon, and I have to warn you that Dark Forest was dense, and with everything I had going on in my life, it took me months to finish it. I don't think this is the book for you to try to read in a readathon.
Wait, so where are you in the Mistborn trilogy then?
I just read the first book.
Okay.
What is that one called? I don't remember now.
Isn't it just Mistborn? Am I crazy?
No, it has The Final Empire, I think so. It's what it's called.
Okay.
Am I wrong about that?
You can tell I read
and
a lot.
then I think the Well of Ascension might be the second one, and then I don't remember the third one, but those three, I'm on the second one, whatever that one's called.
If you're reading something called The Well of Ascension, might we tell you the good word about the book just called Ascension by Nicholas Binge?
That one I would definitely recommend.
It is the biggest mind fuck of a book.
Yes. I went in knowing nothing.
Okay.
Didn't even read the back. Didn't even read the back.
I'll have to see if that. Let me see if my library has that one.
I really like.
Are there any tropes that would fit for the readathon?
Oh wait, which team are you again?
I need a first contact and a 5-star prediction. Or
I think that
like
could technically count for a first contact.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear my kids growling downstairs, but
oh, that's what kids are for.
It's available at my library in both ebook and audio.
Ooh, I don't know if the audio is any good, but
I did the audio
through that ebook.
I did tandem for the second half of it. And I liked the audiobook narrator.
I'm gonna check them both out because why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, yay! I hope you love it. I think you will. We would like text updates.
Yes.
Okay.
Because there needs to be an Instagram group chat.
Talk to someone about it.
Like the guy who does sci-fi at my local bookstore, I walked in after we were almost finished. We were almost finished buddy reading Ascension. And I was like, have you read this? And he said, yes. Where are you? And I told him, and he says, I can't talk to you until you're done. So I went in the next day after we'd finished. She's like, okay, please talk to me. I gotta talk to somebody.
Yes.
Emily and Sam.
I think you'll love it. Even someone who like isn't like a sci-fi reader, I feel like it could appeal to literally anyone who's like, I want to read a book.
Yeah, I have weird tastes. Like there will be weird things that I'll like sometimes that I wouldn't even have thought that I would like. So I don't always know what I'm gonna like or what I'm not. No.
And if you took away all of the like sex and blue aliens, this is kind of ice planety because it's all very cold.
There's no sex
and
or
there
blue
are strange
aliens.
creatures.
I feel like that's 75% of what Ice Planet is.
It's just cold. It's just cold.
It's just a planet and cold.
Yeah. So it's hot, basically. That's all it has going for it. It's hot vibes. Cold.
Ascension made me feel cold.
That's funny.
I'm cold most of the time anyway, so.
I keep hearing people sing praises about Ice Planet Barbarians, and I'm thinking maybe I should check it out.
Don't do the digital book for the first one.
I think there's better sci-fi romance out there. I'm just going to say that. But they're fine.
But Lisa's a much more adapted sci-fi romance reader.
I
read it for the memes.
Well, I agree. There's probably better sci-fi romance, but like alien romance?
Oh, I think there's better alien romance.
Oh, she's literally reading one right now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if the one I'm reading right now is better, but I have read better alien romances, in my opinion.
Well, when you think of one, just spit it out. Just spit it out.
Well, I think there's one in the private chat.
Yeah, I put one in the private chat. It was too long to put in the regular. It's called The Alien's Ransom. It's by Ella Maven.
Oh, I already
had this one downloaded, so I went with my gargoyles.
Sorry, I only have access to what I said.
It is this one is Titan, a gargoyle daddy dom romance. That's what I'm reading.
Daddy dom.
Horde Kings of the Stars is possibly good. So that one's less alien-y feeling though, because they're on a planet. But I mean, they are aliens, so that one's also pretty good.
Ding.
Sorry.
I think the first one is The Captive of the Horde King. I can't remember if that's the first one or not, though.
Are you guys about to sprint again? Sorry, I have to let my dog out.
We absolutely can.
Okay.
Are you ready to sprint again, Lisa? How long does everybody want to sprint for? We did an hour last time. Do you want another hour?
I'm gonna probably have to go to bed in about 40-ish minutes because
let's do a 30 so we can say goodbye to you.
Let's do that. 30 minutes.
And now I got a math.
50, 950?
Yeah, 50.
Read till 50. I don't have one of those. I gotta make one of those. Ta-da! So, go.
Okay.
Okay.
See you in a minute.
No. Everybody having a good time?
Yes. I was under the impression the wrong person was the hero of this story, and I'm very glad I was wrong about that because the actual hero is way better than the person I thought it was. So
It's always fun. Surprise swapsies. That's always a good time.
Yeah. The other guy's kind of a jerk, so it's good.
I guess mine's like the opposite. I like root for the jerk in my mafia romances. I'm like, yes, be a bigger asshole. I love it.
Yeah, I got distracted because my boss was sending me memes.
Like of what?
Work memes. It's a lot of like how is I lived 3 lifetimes and it's only Thursday.
This has been a crazy long week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
But I'm having a good time. I'll probably finish this tonight, honestly.
Go ahead.
Or I'll get close. I'll fight to try to get there. I'm having a good time.
Will it count for anything for the readathon?
Yeah, it features romance. Book that features romance.
We love it. We love it.
Catherine never steers me wrong with monster romance.
I don't know if I've read one paranormal. I read Bride.
Ugh, that barely counts.
That's like light paranormal romance.
It barely counts.
Yeah.
I love that everybody's freaking out and like this is the thing that taught people what Omega Verse is when it like barely counts.
No.
I had never. There's some things in that book that I was like, what is happening? And then I had to do a Reddit deep dive. I was like, oh, this is normal.
Yeah, some people didn't read Teen Wolf fan fiction and it shows.
I feel like real Omegaverse stories can get kind of dark.
Yeah.
So I've only dabbled, but I would not call Bride Omegaverse.
I think it's Omegaverse inspired is what
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Omegaverse Light, Gateway Omegaverse.
Yeah.
I would read more. I'm intrigued.
Well, I would say Catherine is your gal for recommendations, but I read like 3 Omegaverse back to back for Monster March Madness.
Oh, that was this past March?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. Maybe
She's got a big rec list too for all of the prompts she had for that.
Oh, I'll reach out. I'll ask her to share. I have to look and see what our next one is for Team Alien. I know we're currently on phase 3, which is a dystopian.
All of yours are dystopian.
My fave. I know. My absolute fave. My dystopian collection is ever growing.
Let's see what your next
I like
one
a good
is.
dystopian story.
What is your next one?
The phase 4. Oh, it's
space exploration or taking place primarily in space is your next one. And mine is the Morley Gray or Space Adventure, which is what I think I'm going to do this one for.
Oh. Is that it's a full-length novel. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's actually a duology, so this is just book 1.
Oh.
It's not a big book. It doesn't break 300 pages.
That sounds perfect.
I'm in it to win it. I'm not here trying to read a 600-page book. I don't.
Yeah.
Speaking of, someone did read a 600-page book, and she has just arrived.
Oh. What did she read?
Children of Time.
Oh.
Was that on May 4th that she read that?
Started it. She did finish it though.
Wow.
Right, Mo?
Oh. What did I miss? Can y'all see me?
No.
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
And it's not even Hester.
Why can't you? Well, let me come back.
Yeah, she started with Children of Time, and I was like, "What are you smoking?"
Yeah. If you're
read
gonna
it
read a
without
giant
any
book, I
reason.
guess starting with it would be the right thing to do,
Mhm.
though.
Yeah, but she also has the Dark Forest, which is also a 600-page book that took me months to finish on her list. There you are. Look at our beautiful Mo.
Nice.
Look at you, alfresco streaming.
Now is my headphones.
Is it like full daylight where you are right now?
It is, yes, it's like the end of day, literally.
Wow.
Well, it's
I'm
like
jealous.
I'm bad with time differences. So I'm Central. You're
'Cause
Pacific.
I'm
2 hours
mountain.
behind us. But like, this is how dark it is behind it outside of my house.
Okay.
It's full dark where I am too.
Yeah, pitch
and I'm
black.
only an hour behind. Or ahead. I'm only an hour ahead.
There we go.
There we go. Mo can hear us.
Yes.
Love it.
I'm here
arrived
now.
just as we were talking about how I'm trying to stick to 300-page books or less, and not 600-page books, and then you arrived.
Yeah. Technically, my next book that I'm supposed to be on is Dark Forest. But I'm still on my second prompt. I'm reading Only Human.
Oh, yes, girl. Yes. Are you listening to the
Yes,
audio?
of course. I had to wait for my whole to come in. I was like, let
Oh
me
my
get the full
God.
experience. Oh, you know. It
Oh,
is,
I am.
and I forgot what happened a little bit. So I was like, okay, wait. Oh, wait. And then now I'm caught back up.
I know you can't say anything about that one without spoiling
The events
the
of
other two.
Yeah. Because I was like, who are these characters again? But then they like did a little like recap kind of thing. And I was like, oh yeah, that happened at the end.
It is wild. If I have listened to the first one twice now on audio because it's so good.
It's perfect.
Yes.
It's like a series. I was like, this is a really good audiobook. The whole thing should be read on audio, honestly, y'all. But yes, that's what I'm doing.
You're reading this one twice, so it should make sense why some of us have read Project Hail Mary twice.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I know. I'm not judging. I'm just seeking
Also,
understanding.
Mo, we had another Project Hail Mary crier earlier in the chat.
Yes, someone mentioned it in my group, in the group chat. I was like, it was nice. I don't think I cried, but it was very impactful.
You got misty. You got verklempt.
Yeah. I'm like, this readathon, I'm like, maybe I should do a reread of Project Hail Mary because
it definitely takes a couple of times. Like, I've only read it once, but I definitely can understand why someone would read it multiple times to really comprehend everything that's happening.
Yeah.
It is heavy. And it's like a happy ending that is happy in unexpected ways.
Yeah. I know.
I'm being purposely vague because
Lisa hasn't read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like there's a happy ending though. I like happy endings.
So does Martian. If you've watched the movie, like he doesn't leave anybody in a crappy situation.
Okay, wait. Speaking of The Martian and Project Hail Mary, have you guys seen For All Mankind?
Yes.
I love that show.
Listen.
Yes. But I'm not caught up. I'm not caught up.
I'm not caught up. Season, but I'm obsessed.
I'm on season. Okay, there was this plot line I stopped on because I got cringed, and I haven't gone back.
Oh, you'll have to put it in a chat because I'm curious now. But so good.
It's not like anything crazy. It's just like a love line that I was like, this can't be existing.
Oh, is it with Karen?
No, it's with some. It was with a child, not a child, but like I felt like a son had a crush.
Yes, that's
On
Karen and Danny.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I forgot their names. It's been like
Yeah.
literally, I was like, I paused it and I was like, I will come back, and I haven't.
You are
It's been like a
correct. It
year.
is very cringe, but the resolution on it is kind of poetic.
That's not season 1.
No, that's season 2. That's season 2.
Oh, I thought you said that you were on season 1. I misheard you.
I always tell people if they like Grey's Anatomy, they'll like it.
I never watched any Grey's Anatomy. I just like What If History.
I like the drama and I like the like history part of it.
And
It's
Mo,
the
it's
best
just gonna
of
get
both
messier. It's just gonna get messier.
Mo, you're gonna love it. You are going to
The
love
90s
the later seasons.
I still haven't watched season 4, so I haven't gotten into the 2000s, but the 90s were bonkers.
I'm not gonna say anything else.
And no, I need to watch it. My friend is like, why haven't I caught up? Am I echoing?
Mm-mm.
Okay, great. I just have my ear. I've never used my AirPod, so I'm like, don't worry.
Yes, Kat. Yes. Watch
It's-
For All Mankind. It's on Apple TV. It's the reason I got Apple TV because it launched with the service.
Good. It's a good show to watch with someone, like your partner,
You
or
have
your friend, or like
Yes, because you gotta be like, you can't believe. No, you're speaking the truth.
yes,
Really,
There's a group chat every time a new season drops. We're just all
yes,
in it.
yes. Oh my god! And the cast, it's like all these.
He's so
It's like all these unheard ofs, but they're so good.
he's not unheard of.
Well, Ed was in like
Everything. I like
now
him.
now I recognize him and everything. And then they had the girl that plays Karen. She was in The Boys.
Well, and
And
the
and
NASA
she's
head
in
chick, she's
Black
in a lot of stuff.
Canary. I thought she was from the CW.
Oh,
I recognize a lot of people.
The girl Margot is also in like Nope and a bunch of other stuff. She pops up in a lot of places.
that makes sense because I was like, I know I've seen her before.
And the one
She
guy is a
was-
movie star, literally a movie star.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
the
why I
way
can't believe it's.
the way they portray Baton Rouge is so funny, but
I mean, honestly, the way they play is also kind of funny.
I just can't
Or,
believe.
I'm sorry,
that
the way
have...
they portray League City, because it's not actually Houston that they're
Oh
trying.
yeah.
I love that show so much.
yes,
Yeah.
Kat, you should absolutely watch it.
You should
Yes.
always trust Apple TV with sci-fi. I think they have a certain, I don't know what they have, a criteria when they decide to develop a show, but all the shows just kind of remind me of like the same type of vibe. Like everything kind of looks like it would be on Apple TV. That's why I'm very excited for Dark Matter. Oh my god, a kitty!
A sweet.
I almost started that today, Mo. I got it right here.
Oh, you're gonna read it first?
Well, I haven't read any Blake Crouch.
She's disappointed. She's like, you should not do that.
I'll watch it.
No,
But
I'm
you
gonna.
tell me first if watching it is going to ruin reading it shortly
I-
after. What's the better?
I
order?
won't know. I won't know. I haven't watched the show yet.
No, that's what
I'm
I'm
only
saying. You watch it first
Okay.
and then.
Okay, that's true. That's true. Also, y'all, I'm thinking about doing a watch party tomorrow. So if you have Apple TV,
I'm free on tomorrow night. I don't know what time it will
yeah,
come on, but
I think it's out.
oh,
Are they doing episode by episode?
probably?
Do they do that?
They did that with For All Mankind.
Yeah.
Oh. See, I watch everything so late. Well, whatever episodes are out are the ones I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, Apple likes to space it out
Oh, I had no idea.
because they did the same thing with Foundations too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't started. Oh, I did watch Foundation. That's the Isaac Asimov or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That
is a good
guy
show.
from Chernobyl.
That was a good show too.
I
Yeah.
love Chernobyl. No, this is the group to watch sci-fi with. I'm realizing.
Lisa's like, I don't know, but I'm having a good time.
People tell me I should watch shows, and I'm just like, okay, and then I just read a book instead.
You should watch. You should definitely watch For All Mankind. I feel like that has a little bit of everything. Action,
Agreed.
love
It's
stories.
definitely got like romance melodrama. It's got action.
Interpersonal relationship. It's not just about like. But you might also like Foundation because I feel like that's more fantasy, like
And also
high world building.
One of the things I really liked about the first season of For All Mankind is, in hindsight, Werner von Braun never really got his comeuppance for like his Nazi history.
Oh,
His come up
He
and
just got to live his life in peace.
got
And For All
it.
Mankind kind of gives him a rougher time, and I like it.
Yeah.
Some justice.
So Mo,
Yeah.
we're all reading romance for sprints of some sort.
The cat just think I need to read Dark Matter, which Mo kindly gifted to me, so I feel like I need to read it
You
for the
should.
read something now. And then, yeah, she confirms that it is weekly.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I'm gonna dabble tomorrow. Hopefully, it's at least
Like-
2 episodes. If it's only 1 episode, I might not dabble. I can't do a 1 episode.
Hard. I've only got 2 more episodes left of Fallout, and I'm already sad that it's gonna be
Ooh.
over.
I've heard
Ugh.
really good things about that too.
I need to watch that. Yeah.
I'm not a gamer, but and so there's like stuff that I've had to like look up because they reference it in the show. But the budget for this must have been astronomical because
The
it's
set designs are stunning.
oh my god, it's incredible. It's like Dune level in my mind. Like they didn't film.
Well, and, like,
didn't
I'm
film
not a
on
gamer,
location,
but I feel like I've had 3 different, because breeders do well with gamers in a dating scenario. So I've had 3 different guys that I've dated fairly seriously that played games, and so like they'd play a game on one side of the couch and I'd read a book on the other side. And all 3 of them played different versions of Fallout. So I feel like I like was around it and had some sort of sense of it because it was fun to watch.
yeah.
But it's not as
I've
fun as
played.
watching. I really enjoyed it.
Then if you know, like you'll be able to understand some. It's like small things, like
Like the stems and
the
Little-
stems.
Yeah,
I
well,
was
and like
what is
where
that?
I'm at right now, they're in Shady Sands from New Vegas.
Yeah.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
they built the whole world.
Yes. Yeah.
Did they
And,
say
like,
what year it is? I'll just wait and see.
200
It's
years
like
in the
in
future,
it's 2-3 something because the bombs dropped in 2173, and they're about 200 years past that.
Okay.
And they built the vaults, the vault sets. Oh my god, they're so
The
good.
vault sets are stunning.
Whoa. Okay, I need to watch this.
Yeah.
I don't know why
the
I
vault
haven't.
sets are like everything about it is stunning. The casting was also stunning, except I have bone to pick with them for how many like amazing actors they bring in for one episode. I was like, I would like more of that person. Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah. I wish I had Apple TV money.
Oh, that's Amazon. That's
Yeah.
Bezos
Oh,
dollars.
I know my husband's watched that one, and we don't have Apple TV, so
That's Bezos bucks.
Bezos, but yeah, Bezos bucks.
Yeah, I feel like he likes certain like IPs, and then he just
Well, and it makes sense
Goes
with,
all in.
for how well The Last of Us did. Fallout has a much
HBO.
larger franchise in terms of the games.
I cannot
Yeah.
wait for season 2 of The Last of Us. Oh my god.
I didn't watch the show. I watched like 3 episodes. It was just so close to the game. I was like, there's no point.
Yeah. But I love Pedro Pascal. I love him.
That's true. That's true.
a
I
weird
generally
thing-
can't do zombie things. And there
Yeah,
was one
yeah.
episode of Fallout that thankfully a friend warned me about, that there was only one real scene that was going to be a problem for me. And I recognized it as soon as it was about to happen and walked out of the room and came back when I could. I was like, nope, gotta leave.
Oh no.
That's the only reason I never played a Fallout game is I will play video games, but I won't play those because I know there's zombie creatures in them.
Well,
It's
so did you watch it, Lisa? The show?
I haven't watched the show, but my husband's been raving about it.
So it's like episode 4 or 5, they go into a grocery store. So if you are watching it, it's only when they're in that grocery store that it's going to be a problem for you.
Okay.
I will say I made it through, and I'm a chicken. Like I couldn't even watch the jump scenes in The Walking Dead, and these are like The Walking Dead is like you can't get there.
Oh, I love horror movies. Like I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I love horror, but somewhere in my 20s when I started really like my generalized anxiety disorder like went really wild, my subconscious latched onto zombie imagery as a representation of anxiety, because a little bit's fine. One zombie, fine. But then they come and they keep building and they overtake you and there's no surviving. So when I get really, really anxious, I start having zombie nightmares. And I realize that the less I fed into myself with that, the less likely it was to
that it would
get to
occur.
that point. So I just,
That makes sense.
I've
Well,
had to
that's
phase
smart.
it
Yeah.
out.
Can you watch stuff like Westworld? It's not quite zombies, but it's like AI.
No, the AI is fine. And there are some things that don't bother me as much. It's just kind of the like mindless, hungry. Mm-mm.
So like you can watch like the Thriller music video.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Has anyone ever read the book The Girl with All the Gifts?
Yes, I loved it. I loved
I
it.
love that book too, which I was very shocked about because it has zombies in it, and I usually have to avoid zombies, but I really liked that book.
Kid zombies that you're like, it's not that bad.
There are actual zombies in it too, though.
We're just mostly talking about zombies now, Kat.
Yeah.
Zombies of all forms.
Lisa, did you read the sequel to it?
I didn't. I've been meaning to pick up another one of his books, but I haven't. Was the second one good?
I heard less than stellar reviews, but a lot of people didn't like Girl with All the Gifts, and I loved it. So
yeah, I really liked it.
The sequel. I'm gonna read it again. Maybe I'll read it for the readathon.
It would definitely fit in with a couple of the prompts, especially like apocalypse or like disease.
It's a dystopian, technically.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
well, I think next time we do this, we're gonna have to add in a reread prompt somewhere.
Yeah. I did the romance bonus prompt, and I reread my Martha Wells, My Element of Fire, that I love so much. It was so good.
Sounds good. I love Martha.
I can't wait to see, speaking of all these TV shows, I can't wait to see the Murder by Diaries. I think it was HBO that picked it up.
Well, of course they did. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, because her and Ann Leckie came when she released Witch King, and they spoke in St. Louis, and I went to hear a talk, and she mentioned with a lot of discretion and omniscientness or whatever, that they had casted for it and that everyone was going to be really excited. And then I saw that they casted one of the Skarsgårds.
Which Skarsgård? I have a very controversial Skarsgård.
It's got to be Alex. There's no way. It's the one from Pretty Little Liars. It has to be. There's no other way.
But yeah, so they casted who I think is Alex Skarsgård to play Murderbot. I can't wait.
My favorite Skarsgård.
They honestly, I don't know enough of them to be different.
No, my favorite.
I like the Pennywise guy. Stellan is fun. I do like Stellan.
There was one who was in Castle Rock.
He's my favorite. Chernobyl. Yeah, I'm blanking on his name.
Skarsgård was in Chernobyl. He was in Thor. He was in Dune. He was in Mamma Mia.
The dad? Are we talking about the dad?
He was in.
There was a Skarsgård in Dune?
He's old. He's like
was the Baron.
His name's Stellan Skarsgård. Yeah, he's like the big
floating Baron.
I did not know that.
He was Bootstrap Bill in Pirates of the Caribbean.
That was a Skarsgård.
That was Papa Skarsgård. That was the virile Skarsgård that started it all.
Yeah. Then he has two famous sons. I think he has more than one.
He's got a bunch. He's got 8 kids.
He's got a lot of kids, so I think 2 are like movie stars.
Well,
and then there's another one.
4 of them in the entertainment industry, at least.
But 2 are movie stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw an interview with I can't remember his name, Culkin, not Macaulay, but his brother who was in Succession.
Kieran.
Yes. Oh my God, he deserved all the awards for Succession. He was freaking hilarious in that show. But somebody asked him, "Who do you think would win in a fight, you or whoever?"
Oh, I saw that.
He was like, "Are you kidding me? Is this a joke?"
It's
huge.
They're giants.
That's not even a fair fight.
Yeah, and he is tiny. He's little.
They all are. The Culkins are little tiny baby.
Oh, Macaulay and Brenda. Oh, they're so cute with their little baby.
It's
Yeah,
nice
that
to
was
see
funny.
Macaulay like have such a stable life because he had some rough years.
Yeah. He could have had his own Nickelodeon documentary, I feel like, but
Oh yeah.
what a time.
The 90s
yeah.
was hard to be a child star.
Yes.
Did y'all
The
watch
one that I
that
don't want to hear about is the Olsons because I'm sure they have something.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Sure, they
yeah.
have something.
I mean,
I'm
they were
glad they
working
retired. They were working since like age,
Birth.
Birth,
8th
yeah.
month. Yeah.
They were babies.
8 months they were like out on the set.
Did y'all know they're fraternal? They're not identical twins.
Yeah. I could tell them apart so once I became obsessed with them at a young age, I could tell them apart instantly. I was like, oh, Mary Kate is on Full House today.
I didn't realize Elizabeth was older. I thought younger. I thought she was older.
Yeah.
Partly
She's
because she's
younger.
way
Oh,
taller
I
than
was about to say she's definitely the younger sister, but then you said
she's the
older, and I was
younger.
like,
she seems older to me somehow.
just
But
because she's a
it's
giant
probably because
compared
they're
to
so
them.
tiny and fragile
And
looking.
she's,
Yeah.
she's also like aggressively stable in comparison to what we've seen
Yeah.
of the Olsen twins. So it gives big sister energy.
Yeah. It does. Yeah. I can
Oh
see
yeah, she definitely started later, I think, so she's able
Yeah.
to
She has
be an
more
adult.
talent.
Well, we can't say that for sure because they weren't given the same roles. So, but she is a great actress.
I do. I know we were just talking about because your pop socket is Wanda. We were just talking about I love Elizabeth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a baby.
You're making me want to like dive into the Marvel. I want to do like a deep dive.
Oh, I have a whole Wanda reading list if you would ever like it. It follows really well with what they ended up bringing into the show. Because I'm obsessed. I literally have the issue, the giant-sized Avengers #4, where Wanda and Vision got married.
But what I need, so what I need like Marvel backstory though. Like, do I need to? You know how they have that thing on the Disney app where it's like watch list
a little bit. I think like if you were able to tell me what films you did watch and have context for, but really I think the only things that you would need to have before going into WandaVision would be Age of Ultron, Infinity War, and Endgame.
Okay, so I have not seen any of those, so I will get started on that.
Yeah, those are all the Wanda stories that kind of lead into WandaVision.
I got spoiled for WandaVision, so I haven't really been on doing too much on the phase 3 of Marvel, honestly. The last real show I watched was the Oscar Isaac one. I forgot.
Moon Knight. That was a good one.
Moon Knight was really good.
And you need no Marvel lore for Moon Knight. Moon Knight's
it was great.
You would love Moon Knight, Emily, because of your love of Master of Jinn. It's all like ancient Egyptian gods. And
okay. I'll have to do some research.
Plus, it's got Daddy Dune in it. It's got Oscar Isaac.
Yeah. He was a fantastic Atreides.
Oh,
fantastic.
Yeah,
he's my
you know, he used to be in
favorite.
ska bands in the 90s.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
But yeah, you don't need any Marvel lore for Moon Knight. It can stand completely alone. But WandaVision, you definitely need to have her story, which those are the 3. And then don't bother with Multiverse of Madness. They ruin everything they did in WandaVision with that movie.
Okay.
And
I want to see that movie so bad.
It's bad. It's bad. It should feel bad. It should rot in hell.
Doctor Strange is like my favorite.
For me,
I loved Doctor Strange until they cast the whitest white man to ever white in the role when it is traditionally a brown individual of nebulous origin. Like they've always made Doctor Strange in the comics as somebody who was always just vaguely not Caucasian. They never explained kind of where his heritage was intentionally. And then they cast the whitest white man to ever white. And then they turned an Asian character into the whitest white woman to ever white. And I just have never been over
that part was odd, but I think I
love Tilda. I love Tilda with my heart, but I can't.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. That was right after they cast Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan in Star Trek, and I was like, why have you taken 2 non-Caucasian roles and given them to the whitest man on the planet?
I love him. I know he is very white.
He looks like a foot.
No, he does not. That was too far.
him and Martin.
He can't help his skin tone, but he does not look like a foot.
I love him. And he does a lot of like live. I don't know if it's not like Broadway, but it's like stage
Yeah,
acting?
he does theater.
It's theater, duh. Okay. Words. Yeah. And I don't know. I went on like a deep dive of him. I watched the BBC Sherlock and David.
Oh yeah, that was all I
I also
needed.
have issues with the guy who was the showrunner for that, so that also might color my opinions of Benedict Cumberbatch.
Well, they never
For
made another
Sherlock?
season. I don't know what they
Don't tell me anything bad about that. I already know that Watson
It's
is
not
horrible
about Sherlock.
person.
It's about the guy who created that show, and it's mostly about his relationship with writing female characters, which doesn't actually hit Sherlock because there aren't any female characters. So
Besides a couple.
yeah, but
But as
they're not
somebody
there
who
long
doesn't
enough
know
to
any
be
of that, I
problem.
do love that show.
Yes.
It's more my problem with Moffat as the showrunner for Doctor Who when he took it over.
Yeah.
And he's done now, and he can run hell too.
Oh.
So speaking of Doctor Who, I do want to tune in for this new season. I've tried to watch the 2005 one before. And
Yeah.
it didn't really
David-
grasp my interest. It's the guy from
especially the
Leftovers.
2005
I don't
season
know.
Was really trying to be as cheesy as the like old version. I think if you started in the second season of that run where David Tennant shows up, you'll have a better time.
Oh
But
my gosh. So you're telling me by season 2, the guy from
no,
the
you don't even have to
Leftovers
start with season 1. Honestly, you
is-
can skip
I
season 1.
I just want to understand really quick.
Yeah.
First of all, how many Doctor Who's have there been?
Well,
Right.
the version you started with was with the 9th Doctor. So in 2005, we started with the 9th Doctor because there were 8 before that.
Well, is that the one where Billy was his?
Yes. Billy
That's the one I
and-
started with. Yeah.
Yeah. And I grew
That
up
show's
on
like
the
70 years
like the
old,
bubble
so
wrap
yeah.
monsters.
Okay, so
Like I started
the one
with-
on
my
HBO
first
is
Doctor was Doctor 2. Because I watched it with my mom on like late night PBS. But
okay.
this
70
new
years.
season looks really, really good. Yeah, they had the 50th anniversary a little while ago. They never canceled
That's
it, so technically
wild.
it's been running that whole time because they never canceled it.
So it's been on since Black and White.
Oh yeah, 100% black and white. The first Doctor was in black and
Okay.
white.
Wow.
So they were through the dawn of technology, literally.
I mean, they were airing those at a point where film was so expensive that they were re-recording other things on top of classic Doctor Who episodes. So there's a ton of lost Doctor Who media from some of the early years because they didn't care to save television content that's that old.
Wow. And now look, I'm like, oh man, I need some more gigabytes on my phone. I'll just go get a new one.
Yep. But this new season looks really good, Mo.
Yeah, it caught my interest. I was like, okay, maybe I'll try one more time. Like I love stuff about time travel. Like I feel like I should like this show.
And honestly,
What?
the first few episodes of that season that you started with are cheesy as hell.
Okay, because the lady like lost her job or something.
That was its charm though, is it was like campy and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if that's not the vibe you're going for, it does get less campy as it goes on.
I just wanted to know what was going on. I think I was just expecting something different.
Just
'Cause
hold
I-
on
'cause
for
I
the
wanted-
ride. It's like
Okay.
Space Mountain. At
That
Yeah.
was
I feel like
wrecked
that's okay. Because I'm like, how do we even get to where we get new Doctor Who's? You know what I mean? How do you get chosen?
You'll find out at the end of that first season because we switched doctors at the end of that season.
Wow. Okay. I'll give it another chance. Maybe not this month,
the doctor
but
that you met, that first doctor in 2005, only did one season. And I'm still upset about it because I would have loved at least
Yeah,
two
he was
seasons
great.
of
He
Eccleston.
he seems so famous. I thought he would have did more.
That's part of it. And the filming
Um,
schedule is really hard in the first couple of
Mhm.
seasons because they were traveling a lot. That's why Billy left when she did.
That makes sense.
Okay, wait, I'm distracted. Lisa, what's the picture behind you? The black and white one with the birds?
it's Zayden and Violet.
Oh. Oh, it's dragons. I
Wow.
said
Dragons, yeah.
The birds.
it's like this big.
I have various scenes up there of
I want
varying-
to do that to this wall. Like I have all the frames. I just haven't printed out the artwork, but one day I'll
I
do
get mine from Redbubble a lot of times.
Yeah.
And then
That's good.
I
just
buy the
ordered
frames from there, like buy two get one free from Joann's or whatever.
Yeah.
I forget about that.
And then I don't
And-
have them. I just have them mounted with like Velcro strips so I can move them around whenever I want.
Oh, I don't know if our walls are plaster, so it's like texture.
Oh,
So
I
work
mean,
on
my
that.
walls are not the smooth. It's textured also. It
Oh.
sticks on
And
there.
then
Well.
when you move them,
It's command
the
strips,
Velcro
right?
ones are nice
Yeah,
because you can
they're command
peel them off,
strips.
and then you can use a heat gun on the glue strip that's
So
still on
take
the
it off.
wall and not worry about your plaster.
Okay, I'll put a little elbow grease into it next time I command it. I'll really push
Yeah,
on it.
I didn't have the heart to like pound holes in the wall, and then wasn't sure if I was gonna like where they were, and I
Yeah.
was gonna want to move them. So
That makes sense.
yeah, so that's
Lulu,
where.
are you good? Nope, she's not coming. I thought my old cat got down, and I thought she was coming my way, but she said no. I'm going for a snack.
This cafe closes in 30 minutes. So you may lose me then.
Oh,
I just got the notification.
Should we do one more sprint?
well, how long?
gonna
I think we could only sprint for like 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, never mind. I'm backwards. I'm thinking backwards. Never mind.
What's happening in 20 minutes?
Well, if they're closing in 30 and you need to leave, we couldn't sprint for 30
We could close.
or more
We
than
could
30.
sprint for 30. They close at 9, but I'm like outside of it now. Unless they close the parking lots, that is possible.
Is that a thing?
I mean, it's like a gated parking lot. Yeah.
Oh, Mo, I did figure out where I'm gonna be in October because I never could remember where my uncle lives. So I don't know how far it is from you guys, but I'll be in where I'll be crashing will be in Marina Del Rey.
Oh, okay.
I have a
Nice.
feeling I'm gonna be spending a lot of good chunks on Ubers to get around.
Oh,
to the place
yeah.
that I want to be.
I mean, a rental car might not be a bad idea.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm not
I was
gonna
like,
lie.
You're out of the way, Ted.
It might be a smart investment because Ubers are expensive.
I was like, I don't know that I want to drive around LA, but I definitely have to get around LA. So I don't know what the situation's gonna be.
Driving around LA is not bad. Like, there's so many people you can't go fast. Like you're in
That's
traffic.
the problem. Is I'm used to really open roads, and I get grumpy when I get stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
Well, that I can't help with.
There's a lot
Middle of
of
the-
California people moving to Denver, and it's really clogging up the highways here.
Oh, I have a friend who moved there from here.
Yeah.
It's
But I'm
happening.
excited. I gotta talk to them about when I'm gonna arrive, but I think I'll be there the weekend before my concert too. So I'll be in for a little while. So I'll give you guys all the dates.
That is going to be such a fun trip for you. Like, just you're doing all the things.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm so
Well
excited.
deserved.
I'm just really upset because I'm going for the Joni Mitchell concert very specifically on the 21st. Jeff Goldblum is playing a concert here in San Antonio also on the 21st.
Oh my gosh.
Not your idol.
I don't know why the universe hates me this way. I don't know what I did.
Maybe it'll get canceled.
Well, here's my thought process, right? I'm not entirely sure Joni's gonna make it to October.
No, don't put that into the universe.
Like, she's in her 80s. She's already survived an aneurysm. Like, this is probably my only shot at getting to see her perform live. Jeff's gonna be trucking to his 90s. I just know it. So
Okay.
he's gonna be
Well
weird
thought
for the
out.
rest of his life.
Nice.
So funny.
I didn't realize she was that old.
Yeah, she's
Me
82.
neither. And she's
Wow.
touring?
No, she's not touring. So she had an aneurysm in 2015. And last year she performed her first concert since. And she did that at a folk festival. She then performed at the Grammys this year when she got an award for that concert. They recorded it and released it. So that concert got a Grammy. And then she announced that she was going to perform at the Hollywood Bowl. And that's her first concert in LA in 25 years. And it's really only her second public concert since 2015.
You can't miss it.
So it kind of felt like I needed to do that. Not a want, I need.
Yeah.
Plus, I get to see all my LA buddies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's win on win on win. My favorite, though, is when I told Steph that I might be coming. She's like, okay, tell me when you're arriving at the airport. I'll get the guest room ready.
She loves to use that guest room.
She's ready.
Yeah. It's a nice guest room.
I know, but it wasn't like a, hey, can I come crash with you? I was like, hey, I'm going to be in LA. Like, I'm not going to impose myself upon your home. That's what family's for.
Fair. But that family's kind of far away.
Just so far.
Like how far?
But
like 3 hours
real close
far?
to the beach.
No, it's
I'll get
not
some beach.
3 hours, but it might be if you pick, 4:30 to drive.
The wrong
far
time to
away.
drive.
Yeah.
It could be a really long time, yeah.
Man. I was gonna ask a question, but I don't remember what it was. It wasn't important, I guess.
I'll come back to you. Hey, Lou, you guys come say hi?
How was work today, Mo?
It was good. Got off a little earlier than normal. But then, I got done a little earlier than normal. And then someone was like, I'm so sorry, but can I come in at 4:30? No, she said, can I come in at 4:15? And I was like, sure. And she's like, I'm running late. So then it's more like 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to record someone a little later, but it's fine, Sometimes you just gotta be flexible.
Yeah.
And then I went to Sephora, bought some hyaluronic acid
Fancy.
and some acne patches. And then I went to Trader Joe's.
Love
I got some
TJ's.
sunscreen and a snack. And then I dropped off a shirt to my friend that I could not fit. And then I came here.
I love a Trader Joe's haul. So next time you go.
Yeah.
I think that
Have you
could be a
tried the
Patreon
facial
exclusive.
sunscreen?
No, I've tried. They don't have them anymore, I don't think, but they used to have these
Oh, I
face
have the
mints
bag.
that were fantastic.
I was going to do a little mini haul for you right here.
Oh, look. Okay.
Yes.
Facial. I'll give it a go.
Yes, I tried it at Coachella. My friend had it. It literally feels like I'm putting on primer. It was really
Ooh.
nice.
See, I've been using the Biore like liquid sunscreen from Japan lately.
Ooh.
Because it feels like you're just putting this cool gel on your face and then it disappears.
Y'all all have really great skin. I'm over here with a full face of makeup.
I also have a full face of makeup on.
I'm not wearing makeup, but I have
I
blemishes.
had a luncheon today. I had to go to
She said I have
fancy.
delicious.
No, I have blemishes and I'm in the
Oh.
dark.
I heard delicious skin. I was like, yes, girl.
I
Yeah,
don't have
Mom.
delicious skin. I have blemishes and I'm sitting in the dark.
I had to go to a luncheon today, so I had to.
I have as much makeup on as I ever have on.
How much is that?
I respect it.
It's just basically eyeliner and
Nice.
mascara.
Whatever you
I don't
That's
have
me.
patience for any more than that. And no one ever taught me how to do it. So I was just like, I'm too old to learn that now.
never told
You.
Well, you don't
No,
need it.
I always do when I'm bored.
Every time I've ever tried, it always just looks wrong on me. And I'm just like, I'm either doing this wrong or I just don't like it. And either way.
And you're
I
also
have to
not
do-
used to seeing yourself with it
Yeah.
on, too. That's also part of it.
Another part of like me wearing, I say so much. I mean, it's just like a normal, it's not like crazy amount, but the environment that I work in, I feel like, and I've seen the science around this too, like women are not as taken seriously if they don't have your hair done, your makeup done, your work clothes on. Like, it's such a strange, it definitely, you have different interactions like in a corporate environment, but
I believe that for sure.
I don't care what the 14-year-old thinks about it. And they're going to tell me regardless what they think of it.
Yeah.
So
Brutally.
Yeah.
Miss
whatever.
Ale, you wore eyeshadow today, girl. That's funny. Yeah, they comment on everything.
I will.
Being in middle school. That was a while ago.
Brutally.
Middle school. Wow.
But that means I get to be brutal with them back. So.
Oh, I know
probably
you
have
bitch
really
it.
tough
I
skin.
know you. I know you be roasting the kids. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
feel it.
Some other time.
And the delivery's gonna be so dry. They're not even gonna be prepared. Oh, it's gonna be so
That's
quick and witty.
One of the reasons I love teaching 8th grade more than 6th grade is all of the 8th graders are mature enough to get sarcasm, but not all of the 6th graders are old enough to get sarcasm yet. So sometimes I'd give a zinger and the kid would just be like, "What?"
Just blinking.
But the 8th graders all get it. So yeah, that's
Props.
fun.
I'm 32 and I still don't get sarcasm sometimes. It just goes over my head. I'm like, really? You really feel that way? I'm like gullible.
I was gonna make a comment and then I was like, she's not gonna get that one because it's a very terrible reference. It's like, you have a Drax moment. Okay.
That's funny. I feel like that's like a skill you have to really practice. Like if you're not just like naturally witty, I don't have.
In some ways, it's a defense mechanism too, because I find like I said earlier, I don't like to feel my feelings. So like my husband will be like, trying to be sweet and tender, and I have to ruin the moment by being sarcastic. It's just my go-to, and he knows that. So he knows when I'm being sarcastic. That's my way of saying I love you too.
Yeah. Now I want to know like these zingers. I'm like, okay, you need a greeting card business of sarcastic zingers. We'll open you an Etsy shop.
Yeah.
As a side biz.
Yeah, I had a kid one day who was complaining because they were like, so and so is disrupting my learning, and I was like, you're not doing any of the work anyway, so they're not disrupting anything.
Sounds like somebody just wants some attention.
Yeah. It's like start doing some work and then I'll get on them about that. They're fun though. Sometimes.
I bet.
So have you
I love other people's kids.
Because I mean, you've been teaching for a while. Have you ever had someone graduate and come back and be like, "You're my favorite teacher"?
Not yet, and partly I think it's because like the COVID years, I think really.
Shoot, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, and the first year that I taught wasn't a COVID year, but the like second and third year I think were
That's
COVID
about right.
years.
Yeah.
And so I just like anything before that, I feel like, and I wasn't a very good teacher my first year. No one's a very good teacher their first year. So
same with nursing. It's like not so much to learn.
Yeah. I think I'm just now kind of getting to the stage where I might be good enough that a kid might actually come back later and remember me. But
what a humble brag. Pat yourself on the back. I love that. I know. And a science teacher. What if you're the reason that someone's like, I want to be in STEM?
Yeah, Mo.
So.
At least it could be Ryland.
You're right. You're right.
The main character in Project Hail Mary.
You could save the world.
Yeah.
They don't think they like science, and I'm just like, you use science all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know it, but it's there.
Math. You ever watched the show called Numbers? Never mind.
Yes.
With who's that with? What's his name?
David Krumholtz or something. He's the guy from Santa Claus.
Yeah, he played Bernard.
Yes. I love that show. But anyway, what you just said, I just got triggered to like, you can use math in many ways. It was like do used to come on that way.
Oh man, what a throwback! Yeah. Back on cable television.
Yeah.
And then the guy who played his dad on that was like every Jewish father role for years.
Oh, I love him. He was the guy from Taxi.
Yeah, he was from Taxi.
I used to watch that with my granddaddy.
Independence Day. Like he played somebody's old Jewish dad for most.
He's in something recently that I watched. He played somebody's dad in a new show recently, but I can't tell you that, so it's not important. But yes, great actor.
Yeah, love him. Love him.
But
But he was everywhere, that guy.
I love it.
yeah, he's
That's
very.
funny.
He was even in 2012.
Oh, was he?
I have a really bizarre love of end of the world disaster movies.
I learn
Same.
something new about you every day, girl.
I
love
love
a
a good.
disaster movie.
I call it a weather movie, but I guess it is a disaster movie, like
Yeah,
San
it would
Andreas,
still be a weather yeah,
Day
San
After
Andreas was
Tomorrow.
Are you
great.
gonna see the new Twisters?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna
Well,
be happy about it. I
No, I
don't
really
think
didn't want them to remake any of it because
it
they were
looks
perfect.
bad to me. It doesn't look like it's anything original.
I
I'm
love
It looks like
Powell.
it reminds
it's
me of
Glenn
the like
Powell. I'm
tornado kind of movies. Like
yeah.
not
It
like
doesn't
they're
look.
supposed to be serious, but they're just ridiculous.
But Twister was good.
Twister is like one of my all-time favorite movies. So the fact that they're even revisiting it, and
I
the
was
Glenn
mad.
Powell is still like a caricature. Okay, anyway,
Yeah,
I
like I'm
just
gonna
saw-
watch it just so I can shit on it. Like I can't
I'm
hate
I'm
on
gonna
it
watch
unless I
it
see
with an open mind, but I am also closing one of my eyes because I just know.
But like
Open mind,
if you
closed
like
eyes.
those weather movies, Mo, if you have not watched 2012 and you like an
I
end of the
have.
world weather movie, okay. It's my favorite because they all end up on a boat with a kid named Noah, and I lost it in the theater.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah. The end, they all end up on a boat, and the kid,
That's the one with John Cusack,
Cusack's
right?
kid, the whole time was named Noah. So like at the end, I recognized that they put Noah on an ark, and I just lost it.
That's the one with John Cusack.
Yeah.
Okay. I also
The
get
end of-
confused with the Nicolas Cage one where he's like kids are aliens or something.
Oh yeah, and then there was The Core with Stanley Tucci and Aaron Eckhart, where somehow some sort of testing stops the internal rotation of the core
Oh
of the Earth.
yes, I have seen that.
Lisa's just like
Yes.
cringing so hard.
I think
So
these kinds of shows and movies freak me out because like we're not too far off from a
Yeah.
Will you
an
rather?
apocalyptic weather event.
Wouldn't that be
So-
fun to like know what you're gonna do? Like you're gonna
It would
think
not
about
be
the
fun. It would not be
possibilities.
fun at all.
So
You gotta start
my
thinking about the
fun horror
possibilities.
story was I went on a date to go see The Core in high school. It was right after 9/11, and there were a lot of threats against like gathering places. That's where you start seeing all of the like those big balls out in front of Target and malls was because there was threats of car bombs and those sorts of things. And our movie theater was in a mall. So we went to go watch The Core, and there were 20 minutes left of the movie. We are almost to the bitter end, and some fire alarm goes off, and everybody has to evacuate the mall. Everybody's freaked out. They think that something's going to happen to them. Nothing. It was some punk kid, but we all got rain checks. And the guy I was seeing, he's like, "Okay, so cool. What do you want to go see next?" I was like, "What do you mean?"
Like
He
I
didn't
want to see the end of
finish
this movie.
The Core. So I made that kid sit through The Core twice.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
No regrets.
He's like, I'm never watching this movie again.
I mean, he kept dating me after that, but
That
Not
would
so
create a
funny.
lot of problems. This
See
happens.
that? There's a zinger. I got it.
yeah, that was one of them. Was the fact that he asked the question. I was like, oh, now I'm going in hard. Now I'm leaning into
Committed.
this.
Yeah,
Just
you're like
to
we're going to
irritate
watch
you.
The Core. He's like the Core.
The Earth wouldn't spin anymore. There'd be no days. It would just be
Yeah.
like night all the time.
Well,
Or
and
it would only
that
be
wasn't what
day
they were
when
going for.
the Earth
They
rotated
tried to
around
say
that way.
They tried
like
to say
slowly
that it
blowing
broke
us
our
over.
electromagnetic our electromagnetic whatever. So
And
we
we
were going to get
died from
irradiated by
radiation
the full
poisoning.
power of the sun.
Oh, I thought it was the freezing of the Earth.
That one
Must-
was The Day After Tomorrow.
Oh, that's my show. That is my movie. I can do that scene for scene. I even quote it sometimes, and Christy's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about it because it's hard to explain."
That's the one with Jake
That's a-
Gyllenhaal, right?
Yes.
and Emmy Rossum,
Got it.
and
I'm
he's
still
like
just thinking
calling
about
on
all
the
the things that
phone.
would go wrong. If
I
we
still
lost
haven't
night,
watched
night,
Moonfall. I want to.
all of the sun's radiation would
That's
reach
the
us,
one
and then
I'm-
we die of cancer.
Yeah. That was the
Darn.
point of The
I
Core.
think
was
there's
that
a lot of things. It's just what it's gonna be.
Oh, I
Like,
plan on
super
surviving
great
the
about it.
apocalypse. Something terrible is going to happen to all of the Earth. I don't plan on living in a world
The
without a
Aurora
hot shower.
Borealis wouldn't
No,
happen
thank you.
anymore.
Oh, I agree. On that note, speaking of a hot shower, this has been fun, my friends, but I gotta go get ready for bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna also get ready for bed.
I'm sure I'm
And
gonna
Laura's
have
gotta-
nightmares of apocalyptic events.
Yes,
now.
it's the core of the Earth not
I
being
have lots
magnetic
of
anymore.
movies to add.
With zombies somehow.
Somehow.
Yeah, well, turn us all into zombies.
You guys should do the
Yeah.
one with the weather ones, like tsunamis or something. Well, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
tsunamis, but
I think I
Well-
have climate catastrophe in my phase 3 prompt.
there you go.
The thing that was really fun about 2012 was it was all of them. It was all of the things that people put in a disaster movie all happened at the same time in 2012.
Did it come out in 2012 or like 2016? Oh, because I
It came
remember
out
like
in
everyone
2012.
talking about like the end of the world or something.
2012, the Mayan
It was-
calendar.
So
Yeah.
that's probably when I watched it.
2012
I was a little college student.
Bye,
You're like,
friends.
yeah.
All right.
Bye.
I'm gonna go too. Good night, everyone.
Mo, do you
Thanks
want to
for
attend
having
one or do you want to
friends.
leave the cafe?
I'll probably leave the cafe.
Yeah. So I think with that, we're going to be done. To the folks who are still hanging out, thank you so much. When I wake up in the morning, I will put everybody's handles in this. But if you're following me, you're likely following everybody who was here tonight. So have a great one, and we will see you next time.
Bye, y'all.